Yo, 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 new day, new do, Hollow Knight Nation! More like Rotting Nation. I have just sat here for at least half an hour just rotting to YouTube shorts. It is a bad habit. Um, I did nothing productive. I just sat there like a little ape. Um, you know, my neurons activating every now and again, and that is plenty enough excuse to stay on YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts is a dog shit place. God damn it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't fucking know. What was I even gonna talk about today? Oh yeah, right. A little thing called Arcane has dropped a new season. I had to, watch the last part of the first season to actually know what the hell is going on. And then now I know, the universe has opened up, has opened my eyes. I know everything that's going on. The first half of first season I've watched a couple times, just like with my family, mainly with my sister, because I don't know. She is a huge mega fan. I don't know, I haven't even, texted her about, yo, season 2, question mark? I don't know if, I assume she has, seen it way before I have. They come out in batches for some fucking reason. I don't really know. I guess it's not like a traditional anime that is supposed to, like, just come out every week, one episode every week. But I just remember that, Netflix, again, it's coming out on Netflix. Netflix did the exact same thing with JoJo's Part 6, Stone Ocean, and it completely killed all of the hype, around the series. It was absolutely awful. Then again, they released batches in, with a month in between. I don't know, man. It was goofy times. And then, I don't know. I still haven't even watched Part 6, which I should probably do. I've only read Part 6, and I can't really remember too much from it. Because, again, I don't know. I haven't watched it. A lot of it is some convoluted shit, but it's just... I don't know. Something about them being released in batches is just bothering me. I need to take my hood off. My hood? No, that's not. I have fixed the issue that I could not explain. But Arcane is actually, it keeps the hype because it's coming out every week, like one batch of 3 episodes a week. And it's doing phenomenally so far. Also because maybe it has something to do with the absolute quality of the show. It's peak. It's absolutely goated. There is no other word for it. I don't even know. There's so much going on. There's so much happening, but everything is explained. At least a lot of it, and I hope that the things that aren't explained are gonna be explained in the third batch. In the final batch, there are gonna be like 3 batches, right? Like there were in season 1, so there's gonna be 9 episodes for the season that are gonna the last 3 episodes are gonna come out Saturday. I have shit to do Saturday, but I can grind some. I can binge some when I get home, I suppose. Whoopsies. So, yeah, overall, it just, it picks up exactly where Season 1 left off, which is not surprising, because it ended up with a huge cliffhanger of, Jinx essentially blowing up the council, which we've just follow up that immediately. Or not really. I can't remember where it actually picks up, but we follow, a couple people have died, a couple of the counselors have died, and the city is more unstable than ever. Uh-oh, I hate Gorb. And essentially what is going on is that people don't really trust the council anymore because they have, I don't know, it is now evident that they are not really competent enough to do anything about, like, anything about the Undercity going on, and mainly Jinx. Because now, the thing going on in the Undercity is that Jinx has essentially, that was some awkward jumps, Jinx has essentially just taken over the power vacuum left behind by Silco. Silco was killed by Jinx. Spoiler, I guess. So Jinx is essentially the main face of the Undercity at this point, which she uses to great effect. Actually, not really. I just lied so hard. She is not using it to great effect, which is the Undercity's problem, is that there is a power vacuum and there is a clear person to fill that power vacuum. But Jinx doesn't want to fill that power vacuum because she doesn't really, I don't know. She doesn't feel like she can replace Silco, and there's some trauma about, she doesn't really, she's in denial pretty much. She doesn't believe that Silco is actually gone, even though, I don't know. Jinx is a bit schizo, so I don't blame her for that. God, I need to take a piss. So, this whole thing, the thing being Season 2. Season 2 is essentially about, the Undercity, not really the Undercity, Piltover in general, just being so incredibly unstable. The council has basically become a two-man team between our gal, what's her name, Kiraman, and the one working behind the shadows that I also forgot the name of, I don't know, the warrior who can actually fight, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Mel's mother, yeah, Mel. She is essentially working behind the shadows. Oh my god, I just remembered the fucking flower thorn girl, old hag. That has not really been explained. That has just been like a little side project in this entire season. Something is going on with Mel, and we don't know what. And I don't know if I should expect it to have any sort of great effect. I don't know. Everything in Season 1 just culminated in the final act, so I'm hoping the final act is going to culminate everything going on. Because we still have... I just watched the second batch, right? Maybe I should explain that. I just watched the second batch, aka episode 6, 1 through 6, or... I watched episode 6. Where... Spoilers, oh my god, there's gonna be so much explaining to do for these spoilers. Victor dies by the hands of Jace. Yeah, that's a whole thing. God, where do I even start? I mean, so much is going on in these episodes. I can't really just... Okay, the vibration in my controller just went off. That is gonna throw me off my game so hard. So... The whole city, the Overcity and the Undercity, is so incredibly unstable because they need leadership and they don't really get it. Well, the Overcity, like, Upper City... God damn it. I'm gonna call it the fucking Upper City. The Upper City is gonna... They have leadership, right? But they have pretty fucking bad leadership in, I don't know if you should call it bad. It's, it's more of a gray area, but they are really extreme in their methods of taking down the Undercity. Now that they've finally gotten, a little taste of victory, now that they're not gonna fucking let go of that. because now Silco is dead, and the only thing, you know, obviously standing in their way is Jinx, who everybody is assuming is going to fill that role, and, you know, she eventually does. So now it's essentially Jinx versus Kate, which is pretty interesting when you throw Vi into that mix. And it becomes even more interesting when you throw fucking Vander into that same mix. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. Vander is fucking back. Through the guy, through Victor's, I think he was Victor's mentor. He was working with Victor at the very least, when Victor was still in the Undercity, and he is essentially the local mad scientist guy who was trying to create, like, he was trying to create life, essentially, and we just figure out why in this latest episode. That being, he just wants to save his daughter. He wants to save his daughter, so he has, you know, basically his daughter has died. So he is on a journey to just, he is on a, god damn. Wow, okay. This is a new low for me. Okay, this is a new low for me. I am thrown off my trail here. What did I even talk about? The scientist guy he just wants to research immortality. And the way he has done that, he has created Shimmer, I'm pretty sure, at least, and he has now, I don't know, we've seen it in the background that he's, you know, we didn't know what it was, but we saw some silhouettes and, you know, shadows of, like, this beast waiting to be unleashed upon the world, right? Which we then find out, this beast is created by this mad scientist fella, and the beast is Vander. You know, and that, you know, essentially, Vander was not really chosen. There was just, he was just one of many subjects, and Vander succeeded where the others failed because he was so goddamn resilient. Although his mind was not, because his mind was getting, you know, the city fucked him over and shit, you know, a bunch of shit. But what is most important is that, to some extent, Vander is still in there, right? So we find out about this beast fella in the in the first batch, at the end of the first batch. The first batch being essentially, oh, that was I should my controller's dying. There you go. I hope my controller's not dying anymore. Alright. So, the first act of Season 2 essentially is about Jinx taking up the role of leadership in the Undercity and, you know, just accepting her part as the savior of the Undercity because, you know, something is finally happening. She was the one who blew up the fucking council and killed, like, I think 3 councilmen. So that's a big thing. That's a big step up for, you know, for the folks, for the people of the Undercity. That's great. That's big thumbs up here, right? And then they tried to, I don't know, they had some beef back and forth. They tried to raid well, pretty successfully raided the funeral, the ceremony of the dead counselors, because, you know, a lot of important people were gonna be gathered in one place. That's pretty obvious, right? Then the upper city did essentially the same thing for the gang, for the Undercity. The Undercity was doing some sort of meeting or something. Just, you know, a lot of people were a lot of people were angry because they were, of course, they were getting they were getting more oppressed than ever now that, you know, change in leadership and whatnot. And I need to get out of here. And that leads to, you know, there's a lot of people there, so of course there's gonna be a rat there as well. That's gonna be rat them out to the council. So that means, whoopsie daisies, a majority of the people there are getting caught. If not all of them actually, are just getting caught and sent to fucking prison, Stillwater prison. Stillwater is a crazy name for a prison. It's just a prison in the middle of the fucking ocean. There's no, I don't know. I don't know why I'm going into this place. It's not really significant. It's just a prison. So, in this prison, of course, our girl Jinx is not there. She was, you know, a lot of people were expecting Jinx to be there, but she wasn't. So, whoopsie daisies. But she raged. She, you know, she actually takes up her role here and steps up as the savior of the people. She also has some pretty funny interactions with some guards because she's making herself look like a guard. You know, she's, you know, Sly Cooper style, stealing clothes of the guards, making herself, I don't know, some goofy shit like that. Like, then she finally reveals herself, and people, of course, you know, the guards don't really know her personally, so they're just like, oh, that's a fucking goofy outfit. There is no way you are the leader of the Undercity that we've heard so much about. Which is pretty funny. There are a bunch of funny interactions with the guards specifically. I don't know. A lot of Jinx interactions are just pretty hilarious, if you ask me, for my humble opinion. So, this is where she just takes up her role as the, you know, the good guy, the savior of the city, which just leaves, you know, they were already not on good terms. The Overcity and the Undercity, they were not on good terms, but this just leaves them on even worse terms, which is incredible. Because the Undercity is being oppressed, and the Undercity is also, you know, doing more and more to just not be oppressed, I guess. That's the whole thing. Oh, and yeah, Victor. My God, Victor. Victor just gets better and better. He is, I don't know, this is a whole new tangent. This has nothing to do with the Undercity. Well, that's a fucking lie. In the Undercity, somewhere, just kind of disconnected from everything, is Victor, who has come back to life, right? He was just kind of in a, not really a test tube, but essentially a test tube. And he was alive again. He became alive again, and then he essentially became this, like, messiah figure, this great magic healer. You know, there was this city in Season 1, this city in the underground. The controller vibrations are off again, I'm gonna die here. In Season 1, there was this area of the Undercity, like deep in the Undercity, of people who were severely hurt by this stank down here, I forget the name. But with the power of the Hex Core that is now, because, you know, he was, that's essentially the reason Victor was kept alive. So now Victor is just walking around as essentially a living Hex Core. Okay, he's moving slowly. So Victor is essentially now just a moving, walking, talking Hex Core. Who has the ability to cure every single one of the people here, which he of course does over the span of, I don't know how many. There were a couple time skips. It was kind of confusing, but it's not. You know, it's not too bad. So you get to see this version of you know, this certain part of the Undercity that is actually fucking thriving and is better than ever. And everyone is doing so great, and I don't know, I love every single design of the people there. I just love the small little metal parts they get. Also, specifically Victor himself, you know, that's essentially where it comes from. I don't know, he has a fucking sick design. So, Victor just, he's essentially this Jesus kind of guy, right? And for some reason, for some fucking reason, our boy Jace, who we last saw interacting, my memory is not serving me well here. I'm pretty sure last time we saw him, he was fucking with the hex core thingy. The place, the Arcane place. Yeah, title drop, I know. He was messing with the Arcane thingy, and got interrupted by Heimerdinger and Echo, and they did some stuff, and that's also why I haven't really talked about them, because they don't really play a role in the second act, especially Echo and Heimerdinger, unless one of our theories are right. They don't really play a role. They aren't seen in these episodes, and I don't really know why. But now, the next time we see him, next time we see Jace, he is now a completely different person. I don't know if he's been, like, affected by the time skip. I don't know if he, you know, he comes out of the Arcane place, and he is a completely different person. For some reason, he really wants to. He has essentially adopted Heimerdinger's perspective of, yeah, these fucking. Every piece of hex tech needs to be fucking destroyed. Which leads me to believe, also with the confirmation that Victor, through this hex arcane thingy, when he heals people, he can essentially, he makes some sort of connection to them, right? So, I'm about to die. Whew, I hope I don't die. Oh well, shit. God damn it. He can connect to other people, and Jace has essentially, maybe, probably, possibly fucked with the same sort of things. And the reason we haven't seen either Echo or Heimerdinger, and the reason why Jace is kind of schizo in these episodes, and a totally different person, and it's stated that, you know, he's, you know, there are multiple, yeah, there is more than one fella lurking inside him, which we see in Victor doing. That's his, like, main shtick as we get introduced to him again. So, our theory is that they have merged somehow, but that still doesn't explain why. I don't know. I don't know why they so desperately need to remove hex tech and hex cores, and, you know, they don't want to fuck with nature, right? And then whoop, they oh my god, I forgot to mention Vander. God damn it. Am I gonna have to play another round? I really don't. I really need to take a little leak. God damn it. Let me sleep on the rest of this, and then we can continue another day. This is absolute peak. TLDR version. Vander's alive, he goes to Victor, gets healed. Pretty peak interaction. There's also, oh my god, there's so, fuck man, there's the whole thing with Mel and Thorn, shit. Should I do another run now? I'm not gonna do that, it's so late, I really want to sleep. Well, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and do yet another Hollow Knight run. I'll see you then. Later.